Hello students, today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is chapter 5, Staffing. Today we are going to take up the third function of management, that is staffing. We have said that there are 5 functions of management. Number 1 being planning, second being organizing, and third being staffing. First of all, under planning we decide what is to be done, then under organizing how it is to be done, and under staffing we decide who is going to do it. Now basically, after you have chalked up your main organizational goals, and on the basis of those organization goals you decide on to organizational structure that you are going to be taking up, whether it is a divisional or it is a functional structure. Based on that you can have a fair idea that what is the kind of manpower or what is the number of people that would be required to be hiring, so that your organizational goals are achieved effectively and efficiently. Now, how do we do that? By the function of staffing. In simple language, if I was to define staffing, I would say it means putting the right person at the right job. We stop here. Putting the right person at the right job meaning, first of all, I have to be clear about what are the prerequisites a person is supposed to possess to perform a particular job. Let us take up the example of being a teacher. What are the prerequisites for being a teacher? It is not that anyone can be a teacher. You need to have certain degree. Let's say if you are looking for a class 11th and 12th, so who can teach? Basically the person holding bachelor degree, master's degree, and should be B.Ed also. If that person has these degrees, he is eligible for being a teacher. So it's very important, the only person should be selected who is well suited for that job. Let's say if we take up the example of teacher, if that person has temperament problem, he is not patient, he always says I can teach, but I can teach one thing only one time. If someone asks me question again and again, I get irritated. That means he is not fit to be a teacher. Why? Because you have to be very patient while you are dealing with your students. So it's very important that there should be a perfect match between the job and the person. Now, what all is required to be done in the process of staffing? It includes estimating manpower requirement, recruitment, selection, training and development, performance appraisal, promotion, career planning, and compensation of employees. Again, I repeat, staffing is a process. Staffing is not a one time activity, it is a continuous process in any organization. Now, when I say it's a process, like I have said in earlier chapters also, that if it is a process, it is going to require series of steps to be performed. In the coming videos, we will be discussing these steps. As we have understood the meaning of staffing, now let's understand why staffing is so important. So the importance of staffing is, number first, obtaining competent person, high performance, continuous growth, optimum utilization of human resources, and improves job satisfaction. Now let us discuss in detail. The first importance of staffing is that it helps in discovering and obtaining competent person for various jobs. See, when we understand the organizational structure, we realize that there are various managers, people under him, which needs to be recruited. So when you are doing the function of staffing, it becomes very necessary that you are hiring competent people who have the ability to perform that job as required. Otherwise, what will happen if you are hiring incompetent person, you are wasting your resources, you will be wasting, you will be giving him salary, but by the time you realize he is not competent enough to perform the job, till the time you remove him, you would have wasted some amount of money and some amount of time on him. Hence, it helps in discovering and obtaining a competent person. And it makes for higher performance by putting right person for the right job. Staffing is a complex process as such wherein we do the proper selection of a person, so the person who is supposed to recruited as an employee, we do the selection through rigorous process, and hence what does that means, it ensures that you are selecting the right person for the right job. And in that case you are ensuring that this person, because he is motivated enough, he is the right person in terms of skills which are required for the job, so he'll be giving a higher performance compared to other people. It ensures continuous survival and growth of enterprise through succession planning of managers. Once you are recruiting the right people, what happens because of that? These people then grow further in the organization. You are satisfying their career goals properly, and hence they turns to become a good managers, and hence for the continuous survival and growth it becomes necessary that succession planning for managers happen through right kind of staffing. Staffing helps to ensure optimum utilization of human resources. Why? Pretty simple. If you are hiring the right person, he would only require very minimum training to be on the job. And once he is on the job, because he has the skill, he has the ability, he will do the job more efficiently, resulting in saving of resources. If you are doing the staffing function properly, that means you are recruiting the right person at the right job, and you are not overstaffing. What does overstaffing means? This is similar to that disguised employment in an organization. So just like that, you are not employing more number of people compared to what is required, and because of this it prevent underutilization of persons. See, sometimes what happened, a department at some point of time required 10 people, so the 10 people were hired, a project came in, 5 more got recruited because the project needed extra people to work on it, so we had 15 people. Then the project was successfully completed. After that, there was no project, so from those 15, 5 were actually not having work. So what should the staffing process would have done? They should have transferred them somewhere. But then they remain with the department. What is that? It is overstaffing. When overstaffing happens, there is high labor cost because you are paying salary to everyone and underutilization of persons. Overstaffing needs to be avoided, and proper staffing function can help us to avoid this problem. The other thing is that it improves job satisfaction and morale of employees through objective assessment and fair rewarding of contribution. Somewhat happens here is the employees would be rewarded on the timely basis, and hence they would have the job satisfaction and they would be motivated to keep doing the job as required. So here we conclude our session. Thank you.